Welcome to World Wonder. Moths are among the most diverse insects on Earth. Together with butterflies and skippers, they belong to the order Lepidoptera, which includes more than 180,000 species worldwide. Scientists continue to debate exactly how some of these species should be classified. Life is challenging for a caterpillar. Surrounded by predators, many never reach adulthood. Only a few survive long enough to spin a cocoon and complete their transformation. The silkworm moth is one such survivor. As an adult, it spreads its wings to a span of about 5 centimeters, or 2 inches. The life cycle of a moth. Moths undergo a remarkable process known as complete metamorphosis, passing through 4 distinct stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. The cycle begins when a female moth lays her eggs on a suitable host plant. After hatching, the larvae, commonly known as caterpillars, emerge and begin feeding. Equipped with strong chewing mouthparts, caterpillars consume leaves and other plant material almost constantly, storing the energy needed for their transformation. A fully grown caterpillar can reach up to 7 centimeters, 2.75 inches in length before forming a cocoon. As the caterpillar grows, it sheds its skin several times before entering the pupal stage. Most species spin a silken cocoon for protection, although some incorporate leaves, twigs, or other materials into their shelter, while others pupate underground. Hidden inside the cocoon, the caterpillar undergoes an extraordinary change, gradually developing into a winged adult. When metamorphosis is complete, the adult moth emerges and prepares for its first flight. Many species wait until darkness falls before taking to the air. Adult moths typically feed on flower nectar and play an important role as pollinators, although some short-lived species do not feed at all. Their primary purpose is to find a mate, reproduce, and begin the life cycle once again. The spongy moth, Lymantria despair. The spongy moth, Lymantria despair, is one of the most destructive pests affecting hardwood forests in North America. Each year, its caterpillars strip the leaves from more than 1 million acres of woodland. These insects feed on the foliage of hundreds of plant species, but they show a particular preference for oak and aspen trees. Their populations rise and fall in cycles. For several years, numbers may remain low, only to be followed by periods of rapid growth when vast areas of forest are left bare. In severe cases, repeated defoliation can weaken and even kill trees. The species was accidentally introduced to the United States in 1869 by a scientist living in Massachusetts. 20 years later, the first major outbreak was recorded. By 1987, the spongy moth had spread throughout much of the northeastern United States. Over the past 2 decades, forest managers have used pesticides in an effort to control the pest. Despite these measures, outbreaks continue to threaten forests across the region, making the spongy moth a persistent environmental challenge. Sloth moths, hidden within the fur of a pale-throated, 3-toed sloth, lives an unexpected companion, the sloth moth. Native to South America, this tiny insect spends much of its life among the thick hairs of its slow-moving host. The sloth's coat offers a safe and stable environment, creating a unique ecosystem unlike any other. It is a remarkable example of the complex relationships that exist between species in the natural world. Cecropia moths. The Cecropia moth, Hylophora cecropia, is the largest native moth in North America and a member of the giant silk moth family Saturniidae. With a wingspan of up to 18 centimeters, 7 inches, its range stretches from eastern Canada to Florida and extends westward to the Rocky Mountains of both Canada and the United States. The caterpillars are most commonly found on maple trees, although they also feed on a variety of other species, including cherry, apple, and birch. As they grow, the larvae become large and brightly colored, making them one of the continent's most striking caterpillars. Adult Cecropia moths lead remarkably short lives. Like all giant silk moths, they lack functional mouthparts and cannot eat. Instead, they rely entirely on energy stored during the caterpillar stage. Their sole purpose as adults is to reproduce, and they typically survive for only around 2 weeks. When the time comes to reproduce, the female releases pheromones into the air. Guided by these invisible chemical signals, males use their highly sensitive, feather-like antennae to find a mate. Following mating, the female lays up to 100 eggs, which later hatch into tiny black caterpillars. With only one generation produced each year, the cycle begins anew. The convolvulus hawk moth. The convolvulus hawk moth, Agrias convolvuli, is one of the largest and most powerful flying moths in the world. With a wingspan of up to 12 centimeters, 4.7 inches, it is capable of traveling long distances and is often seen migrating across vast regions. This impressive species is widely distributed across Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, and New Zealand, thriving in a variety of habitats. Its streamlined body and strong wings allow it to hover while feeding on nectar, much like a hummingbird. Primarily active at night, the convolvulus hawk moth is a skilled navigator and an important pollinator in many ecosystems. Isabella tiger moth, Pyrrhartia isabella. The Isabella tiger moth, Pyrrhartia isabella, is a widespread species found across much of North and Central America. With a wingspan of up to 6.3 centimeters, 2.5 inches, the adult moth is recognized by its yellow-orange wings and distinctive tiger moth markings. The species is best known for its caterpillar, commonly called the banded woolly bear. Adaptable to a wide range of habitats, the Isabella tiger moth can be found in forests, grasslands, parks, and gardens throughout its range. Covered in thick bristles, the banded woolly bear is one of North America's most recognizable caterpillars. While many insects avoid winter by laying eggs or becoming adults, this species survives the cold season as a caterpillar. Throughout its life, it feeds on a variety of plants, from clover and asters to maples and sunflowers. When spring arrives, the woolly bear resumes its development, eventually transforming into the Isabella tiger moth, Luna moth. The Luna moth, Actias luna, is one of the largest and most beautiful moths in North America. Recognizable by its pale green wings and long, delicate tail streamers, it can reach a wingspan of up to 11.5 centimeters, 4.5 inches. Adult Luna moths live for only about 1 week, dedicating their brief lives entirely to reproduction. In Canada and other northern regions, the species produces a single generation each year, while warmer areas of the southern United States may support as many as 3 generations annually. Mating typically takes place after midnight, and females begin laying eggs the following evening. Females deposit between 400 and 600 eggs on the undersides of leaves. After about 10 days, the eggs hatch into tiny caterpillars that feed almost continuously and grow rapidly. Before cocooning, the caterpillars pass through 5 instars, or molting stages. The caterpillar spins a cocoon around itself and pulls a protective leaf around it. Inside this shelter, it undergoes a remarkable transformation. Around 2 weeks later, an adult moth emerges to begin this cycle again. Luna moths are most commonly found in deciduous woodlands, where their caterpillars feed on a variety of trees, particularly birch and willow. Silk moths. The silkworm moth, Bombyx mori, has played a vital role in human history for thousands of years. Native to China, it was first domesticated for silk production and has since been introduced to many parts of the world. Today, the species is completely dependent on humans and is no longer found living in the wild. The caterpillar produces a silk thread to spin a protective cocoon around itself during the pupal stage. These cocoons form the basis of the global silk industry, providing the raw material used to create fine silk fabrics. Most commercial silk comes from the mulberry silkworm, which feeds primarily on the leaves of mulberry trees. Thanks to its ability to produce long, strong silk fibers, it remains the most important silk-producing insect in the world. In conclusion, moths are fascinating insects that play an essential role in nature. Their remarkable life cycle, incredible diversity, and ecological importance make them an important part of ecosystems around the world. Bye-bye. See you next video.
Thank you all for watching.